Hey, it's Jason from Bohemia Bees. This is going to be a quick one for you. If you are overwintering bees in a colder climate, you know that when you are in a nectar and pollen dearth, there's no resources for those bees to go out and get. Even on a warm day like today, around 50 degrees here on the eastern shore of Maryland, those bees still have no resources. There are no flowers that are blooming. There is no pollen, nectar, anything for them to go get and come back and replenish what they're using inside the colony. And as you know, those bees will cluster in a ball in the wintertime, and they will feast on the stores that they've gathered through from the spring and summer. So that makes a predicament for them if they can't go get more resources that they are to replenish. What we do here on the eastern shore of Maryland, and what most beekeepers do, is they provide alternate sources. We do open feed sometimes. We do also try to limit the amount of liquid feed we do during the wintertime because of the temperatures, and it could freeze. So you don't want the moisture in that liquid feed to freeze and create more problems within the hive. So we try not to do that, but we do open feed. As you can see, we have an open feeder back here that the bees are working. But we also have pollen sub. So we take dry pollen sub and we'll place it for them in open cavity boxes that we have sitting out. So these close inspection, you'll see the bees are kind of in a flurry coming and going. These are just open cavity boxes that we've set out, you can see, with pollen sub. Dry pollen sub. You can get this from your local beekeeping supply store, Mann Lake, various others. All it is just a basic pollen substitute. It's a powder form, and the bees will come in here and they will gather that pollen up and take it back to their colonies. You can see we've only had this here for a little short time, and the bees and ladies have found the pollen sub, and you can see what they're doing in here. It's kind of neat. They're rolling around in the pollen sub, kind of like rolling around and gathering it up. And they'll take that back to their colonies. They'll also actually pull any of the propolis. So if there's excess propolis on the sides and comb and wax, various other things that they'll harvest, you can see these bees will gather up whatever they can to help bring back to help their colony make it through the winter. You have it, folks. Just another tip that you can use in your apiary when you're trying to keep bees. Make sure you do keep your pollen sub or your feeders that you have pollen sub in them, as well as your liquid feed, far enough away from your colonies. I would say a minimum 30 yards is probably fine. You just want to try to keep them far enough away that they don't create or trigger a robbing event. This time of year with that nectar and pollen dearth, could cause a robbing event, and you don't want a robbing event to happen at your hives. So there's a video, I'll put a link in the description below, of what robbing looks like. You want to keep an eye out for that as well, and use your robbing screens this time of year. Also, if you can, if you don't have any, we also supply them in our store. So check us out at bohemiabees.com. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And this is our first video of the new year, so we're really excited about kind of getting things kicked off. We're loading up for Hive Life, the conference in Tennessee. We hope to see a lot of our fellow YouTube channel people there, as well as all the supporters of our channel and people in the beekeeping community. So I'm looking forward to it. But make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Put a comment below if you use a different method that you design for giving pollen sub to your bees, but this is how we do it. So thanks for watching, everyone. And remember, here at Bohemia Apiary, beekeeping is definitely more than a hobby. It's an obsession. Thanks for watching, everyone.